welcome everybody. Welcome to Ultimate 10 Ball 2011. This is Alvin with Inside Pool Magazine. We're here watching a match. This is the opening rack. Jason Klatt versus Ruben Bautista, one of the best players out of Mexico, and Jason being the number 7 on the PBA Tour right now. Playing on these nice diamond tables here in Frisco, Texas, at the Frisco Convention Center, Embassy Suites. I'd like to thank Badi Nazat, ultimate10ball.com, providing this amazing event in his effort to help the game of billiards. I want to thank everybody joining us out there on the YouTube Ustream stream. It's like we've got a pretty good crowd out there today. Looks like Ruben's going to take the first game here. I'd like you to go to ultimate10ball.com. All the live scoring updates and photo galleries, and of course you can see both the streams here we're doing. We have Inside Pool as our stream, and we have Big Truck, Ray Hansen, over there doing a match with Nestle and Garrell and Brittany Bryant at the moment. Once our referee here gets out of the way, we'll pop to that center cam where you can see both matches at the same time. This is a race to 8 on the men's side. Jason there is testing out how springy the rails are, and they are springy. Constructed a couple of big lighting rigs over the table for the tournament. It took me about almost 24 hours to light these 2 tables. Get the stream going, so I hope you appreciate and enjoy it today. Been quite an amazing adventure here in Frisco. Beautiful weather, nice people. All the pool crowd is here. Played a nice little shot there. All right, the captain of the boat, JR, is here with me. How are you, JR?
Doing fine, Alvin. How are you doing today?
Good. We're working through Ultimate 10 Ball, making it happen. Quite an adventure.
Things are looking pretty exciting here. This promises to be a pretty good match, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I can tell already this guy knows exactly what he's doing.
Now,
that nice stance he's got there.
I'm trying to remember where exactly Ruben finished in the first Ultimate 10 Ball. It's either second or third.
Nice.
Plays really nice. Pretty much considered the best player in Mexico right now, from what I understand.
Wow, that's some heavy action because they got a lot of great players.
They've produced some great players. I mean, anybody that doesn't believe it, look at Rafael Martinez.
Yep. And the Dominguez family.
Yeah, I know that they're, Mexican, but I don't know whether they qualify as, saying that they're from Mexico. At least the kids. I'm not sure where Ernesto fits in there.
Yep.
But
I've heard a pretty heavy accent he's got, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, Oscar, a little bit different accent.
Americanized.
But,
yeah, he kind of got a little jumpy on that shot.
It kind of shocked him that happened.
Oh, I noticed it was. He's a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that. So we're at 1-1 here. A race to 8.
Now, Jason, I've been watching Jason play for a number of years now, and he's really moving up the ladder here.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I like about him, besides his composure, is his break right now.
Yeah.
He's playing a real solid game.
One of our chat members informed us that Ernesto is from Chihuahua, Mexico.
That sounds familiar. Like I've heard that fact before.
Yeah.
I think it's been about 15 years since I've heard it.
Yeah, well, you've been involved with pool for half your life, so that's about 70 years. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Man, that was a pretty dumb thing to say to your boss, but hey, it's okay. All right, look at that one ball. It's going in. He may have not wanted it to go in, actually.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the best thing that would have happened for him was the one ball not to go.
He doesn't look like a very happy camper with that one. He had a look of distress there.
Yeah.
Yep, we're all working together here at Ultimate 10 Ball. It's our one big happy pool family here showed up.
Well, he's pushed out. I mean, he's left an easy out as far as I'm concerned. I don't really see too much of a problem here as long as Jason can get a shot on the 4. He can work either angle on this 4 ball.
Yep. Roll that 3 ball in.
I mean, he can actually even cinch this and just let the cue ball kind of fall to the bottom rail.
Yeah, he's got a good window there between the 9 and the 10. think he's just barely going to make it. It looks okay. Now, do you stop here, or do you go into the past the 8 into the rail? Let's take a look at this top.
Well, me personally, I think I'm going to have to jack up and cinch his ball. Just kill it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna follow because there's a hit on that 8 that moves the 8 towards the 6, and you never see the 6 again. So I'm just going to stay away from it.
He's going to get back up and take another look here. I don't see good things happening now. I don't like what he did there.
Well, if he gets past the 8, if he can get past the 8 in between the rail, ooh.
See?
He must have been dead straight in.
Because he got up like he wasn't sure, and that couldn't have been a hard shot.
Yeah.
But
well, I can tell you that that's going to be a rare miss from Jason. He's just playing some really strong pull. I think, he'll get his composure.
These guys are both having some difficulties here in these opening few racks, getting settled in.
I don't think either player warmed up too long. I mean, I think they were warming up in the shadows.
They hit a few balls.
And then they came out here and they're just, banging balls.
Well, this table is going to play completely different than the other tables because of the energy going into the rails from the lighting.
Yeah, this table is going to be probably a little bit faster.
Springier.
Yeah, a little springier. And your eyes got to get used to the light.
Max said he could see the ring of lights on the ball. He didn't say it was a bad thing. He just said that he noticed it.
Yeah, these balls are getting polished every set. Like they're just about. And what it is that these tables are brand new diamond tables, and they have a leather pocket. And sometimes the paint will come off depending on how the ball is struck. So you hit a ball directly into the pocket with a little bit of force.
Marked up.
Right.
Yep, every single table in this room is brand new. All 25 of them, I believe.
I believe there's 24, 25.
And there's one outside.
I think it's 24. 15 on one side, 7, and then 2 in the middle.
All covered in that Simonis age 60 blue.
I think we're going to be getting some ProPool.com stats here coming up, and I think we're going to have a couple of things going on. Jason, I think, is going to not have 1,000% there anymore. Well, a score of 1,000.
We're at 9:05 for Jason Klatt. Ruben Bautista is at 8:46. Boy, those errors start adding up fast, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Especially in the early going. Yeah, and it's really funny. I mean, first couple of games of a match can really determine how a guy's going to play it.
Yeah.
Takes a real seasoned pro to be able to miss 3 or 4 balls in the early going and then turn it on at the end.
Well, I was talking to Max last night, and he was telling me that he used to be the player that was good at coming from behind and winning. And now he says he just doesn't do that anymore. He would rely on that. And now he just goes at it right off the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's pretty much evident. It looks like he's last I saw, he was beating Roger Griffins, I've seen him play before, a great player.
Yeah. Watch Jason break these balls. He does dominate Ruben in this department.
His cue ball got away from him there. He was parking it in the center. I think he may have gotten collision somewhere. Yeah, he cleared the rack.
Referee's
sure.
Taking off that magic rack.
That thing's pretty cool. Seems like it's doing the job.
Well, I think Jason's all he's really going to have to do here is get a shot on the four, so I don't think he's going to have to jack up on this shot. It's an interesting shot. Actually very tasty.
What's that?
I'm not quite sure that he got there on this one.
Yeah, I think he's hooked. I can see he might be able to feather just a tiny little bit of the ball there. But what do you do from there?
Right.
You just play it into the middle of the rail. Play it to the center diamond and try to just leave the cue ball back about where he's
you
at.
can hit this with, he's shooting it like he can make it.
Yep, maybe he can.
He's going to draw it out of there. If you can't, you just nick the side of it, bank it down to the bottom rail with a lot of high right English, or even center right.
Yeah, I don't like
Roll
how
it
he
in.
gets up off his shot like that. See? It's the second time he's done that. He gets up and then doesn't do the reset thing.
So maybe this will be something you can look at. I'm not catching what you're saying there. I'm looking more at the shot, but I didn't catch what he was doing. But again, I have my confidence that he's going to, keep his composure during this rough period. He's got a lot of seasoning right now, a lot of experience, and I think that, a few missed balls doesn't really mean anything. He can't continue to miss these balls, especially if Ruben gets on a run. He's going to have to figure out a way to shut this match down.
Okay, we're at 2-1 in favor of Ruben Bautista. Don't leave that one hanging in the hole.
You like to hit this ball with draw and go for the side, or do you just like to slide across and shoot it down the corner?
I like what he did there. Yeah, I think if you hit too much draw, it makes the ball rattle more at that distance, maybe. But
I always like to keep that angle on that 8-ball there when I'm going down towards the 9, because I can control how far down I go on the 9. I always want to stay above the 9, just because I'm keeping an angle towards the rail there. But if I draw that ball, I might not be able to control where I go on that 9.
Yeah, it's kind of wild hit.
Yeah.
I had a great instructor in Florida tell me that the best way is to when you roll the ball forward, it's going to go in the most straight line. That's what he said. With top English, it keeps it on line. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're at 3-1 in favor of Ruben Bautista, excuse me. I always have a problem pronouncing that.
He's quietly taken advantage of a couple of, Jason Klatt errors, unforced errors, I might even add.
Yep.
But, games that I thought that Jason had come along and, positioned himself to win.
Yeah,
just
made a mistake.
Yeah, it could just as easy be 3-1 Jason.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably kicking himself right now.
Well, he knows everybody's watching him on the stream, expecting a lot out of him.
I'm sure he has a lot of friends out in the stream.
Yep, I was watching what they were saying out there. They were all rooting him on. Okay, so Jason's shooting at 778, and Ruben is shooting at 929. And if you're just joining us, this is the Ultimate 10 Ball 2011 at Frisco, Texas, at the Frisco Convention Center. I'd like you to go to ultimate10ball.com. This is the inside pool production of said match with Jason Klatt and Ruben Bautista. This is round 4, I believe. Second ball on the side. Nice.
Well, let's see if he's able to get this magic rack out of there now.
Yeah, that's kind of a messy. And you know what's funny about this thing is just moving that ball just a little bit changes the whole rack. That little bit of an angle, it can make or break caroms, and it's good and it's bad at the same time. I like those ones that are the stickers on the tables. I thought that was pretty good, but I can see how they might interfere with rolls.
Right.
So they have to remove this magic rack, but I haven't heard any complaints from anybody. Have you? No complaints about
it? None whatsoever.
In the whole room, all 250 people here.
It is kind of teeming with activity, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Well, broke him out. Now, I'm not sure that he was trying to make the one and break him out, or just shoot the one up table in a safe that looked like it was really close to the pocket and trying to tie up the cue ball with some of the balls there. But I couldn't see how he'd expect him to tie up, so I think he actually just missed that one ball.
I need a diamond technician to determine this, please.
Huh.
Another uncharacteristic miss. And that wasn't an easy shot. He was on the 50, and he was trying to decide whether he tries to bring it on one side of the side pocket or before the side pocket. Before or after. That was a tough play.
Yeah, that was a difficult shot.
I think we're just going to see a medium hit speed here. Oh. Well, he tried to go medium speed and just totally missed the ball. Referee is going to wipe off the ball and award Jason here. Now, the 5-7 looks a little bit funky to me. I mean, it's playable. I mean, you can just get above the 4. But, there are things that can go wrong here.
Yes.
And Jason has had easier outs and not got out. So I think if you're Jason at this point, you really have to settle down and probably, make sure that you can get through this rack. Well, he's off to a pretty good start here. He's got a real good playable lie on the 3. And he's just going to go 2 rails onto the 4.
Yeah, he needs to stay smooth here and not let his thinking take over.
Now, what do you do on this? Do you try and get on the 5 very straight so that you can draw back and get the 6 in the side, or?
Yeah, I try to get a nice straight-in shot on the, just a tiny angle on the 5 ball, and then go down table for the 6 in the side pocket.
I think there's a lot of hope here, all 3 ways with all 3 angles. You get up table, down table, and straight. That's an interesting approach here.
I don't know about that, but hey, you might see it a little bit better of something that we don't.
Well, there's a reason that he's there and we're here.
Yep.
He can do it, and we can just talk about it.
Yep.
Maybe we can talk about it. No, I think he sees a nice follow angle here. He's really beating himself up on that one.
Yeah, he's not looking.
He's inspecting his tip a little bit right now, taking a look at.
Having some equipment problems, I think.
And I don't blame him. I'd kind of look at my equipment too if I missed that ball.
I see Ralph Zucche in the background stepping up for a match. The man who could possibly win this tournament. All right, Ruben's up 4-1, excuse me. Jason's going to take himself a break here and gather himself.
Yeah, he'd like a do-over from this point.
It's a smart move what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Taking a little break, splashing water on your face.
Yeah, try and, get those memories of everything out of...
Yeah, get rid of that old stuff. Get some new stuff in there. All right. Yeah, we're having fun here at Ultimate 10 Ball. Want to thank Badi Nazat for his great tournament he put on. I want to thank JR Inside Pool for bringing me here and bringing us here. Sally. And we want to thank Eugene, our co-commentator. Eugene Lee will be stepping in sometime soon. And Ron Hoffman with ProPool.com doing our stats with his crew. Just a great event. One of my favorites so far in a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, so the ProPool.com stats are... What's that? Yeah. Jason Klatt's at 680 and Ruben Bautista is at 892. And you can go to ProPool.com and check out all their great scoring system. That's the one that we use at Inside Pool. So, all right, let's watch Jason break off here in the 6th game.
I think he's going to hit this one a little bit cleaner. I don't think he's going to lose his cue ball this time. Nice. They took their places on that rack. He basically has the first 3 balls are just waiting to be sank.
A little break was good for him. Let's see if he can remain composed. What he does, I noticed, is he second guesses himself when he misses, and he gets up off his shot and he doesn't reset properly, gets immediately back down and then misses the ball. So I think he's second guessing himself too much. I think he should just go with his natural flow. He's a great player naturally. Like shots like that, I mean, even though he clipped that 3 a little bit, he got a great outcome at the end of it. Very talented player, both of these guys. I can tell they're both going to be great players in the future. champion level.
Players, it's about 11 minutes before 4. Please report to your 4 o'clock table unless there's a match still in progress. And you can each begin your 5-minute practice session so we can get ready to go around at 4 o'clock. So 4 o'clock players, please report to your tables if the table is available.
Well executed shot there. See where he lands here. Gonna land just where he needs to. All he's got to do is just draw it back just a tiny bit, and he's right on it.
This is another 50-yard liner.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do better this time. He didn't double clutch it.
Yep, he's way more composed and
Well, he decided he's going to take that one to the rail, and he did so. Smart.
yep, he's making decisions and following through with what he wants to do.
I don't know whether he double clutched the thought process on the last one, or whether it was just he double clutched it and lost his mechanics.
Yes.
But that one I was a little bit more comfortable that he was
Yeah.
going to go through with. And like I said, I didn't even see the other ones, but I can remember seeing what he did, but I couldn't really say what it was. I just remembered that he did something that led me to believe that he was, indecisive.
Yeah, that's what it is, indecisive. Oh, we got the Duchess of Doom stamping up here on table 19 playing, who's this player?
It looks like Monica Webb.
Yeah. Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's Monica Webb.
That should be a good, interesting match.
Monica Webb, back-to-back victories on the WPBA Tour. Year and a half ago, 2 years ago, somewhere in there.
Nice.
I think she's ended the season and this Hard Rock, and then started the 2009 season out with a victory.
Got our new stats. 733 for Jason Klatt, and Ruben is at 892.
Ron Hoffman and staff at
Crew.
ProPool.com are keeping us in stats here this week, folks. They're doing a great job. For those of you just tuning in, you're watching Inside Pool Video's production of the Ultimate 10 Ball here in Frisco, Texas at the Embassy Suites Hotel. You're watching a match between Ruben Bautista, who's breaking at the moment, versus Jason Klatt, scores 4-2.
Wow, that was a real bad error there at this point in the match.
Yeah, nobody wants to give ball and hand up when they make a few balls and spread everything out like it's a practice rack.
Wow.
The only problem that he's going to have is from the 3 to the 5, it looks like. With ball in hand on the 1 and a 2 missing, I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the right side of the 3.
Yep.
This is Jason Klatt we're talking about.
Sure.
And I like that. He's bird dogging. He's going to give himself a nice small point. Humans as a creature, we respond to smaller targets better than larger targets. So if you ever want to try and get position, don't say over there. Don't say the size of a basketball. Go over and put a little dot on the table in your mind, and then you'll respond better. Get better position. That's why guys that play on tight pockets play so well, and then at times they'll actually play worse when they go to a big pocketed table because they get too relaxed and they don't focus. And it's actually a phenomenon. But yeah, that's what happens. You get too relaxed because you don't have to put a fine point on the ball that week, and next thing you know, by the end of the week, you're playing horrible. Not to say it happens all the time. I'm just saying it can happen. Seen it done.
Yeah, that's really good information there, JR. Shows.
Yeah, I hope everybody appreciates it. Well, look at the way Jason's walking around the table. Look at the way
Way
he's holding
better.
himself.
Way
This is a
better.
guy who's he's got the step right now. He knows he's out here. It's just where he's going to go for the rest of the set.
Yep.
If you were to stop him after the end of this set and say, what do you think the score is going to be? He's going to think he's going to win every game from here, maybe lose one or two. But he doesn't see himself losing at this point. And
Yeah,
that's a good thing to have on your side.
Yep. He's way more confident now.
Sometimes I've seen players trick themselves into being confident because they know that if they walk around the table fast, it gets their energy going,
Yep.
and they'll feel confident, and then they'll mentally deal with the confidence then.
Okay.
Nice clean out.
Yep, that one little scratch on the break really just brought this match a lot closer.
Well, in a race to 8, 7, 6, even 9, whenever you get in that midway point, you have a chance to go past the hump and keep your opponent still in, one or two games. If you can score that game, you're probably the odds-on favorite to win the set at that point because they can really see that you need as many games as they have, and it looks pretty gruesome.
Okay, we're now at 790.89 for Jason and 854 for Ruben.
Here comes Jason. Oh, I love the way he looks in his chair.
Huh. Nice. Oh. Oh, we're having way too much fun here at Ultimate 10 Ball.
I like this. I like the way he's putting this through in his mind. Now he's getting to the table.
Well, he's using a lot of outside low English here.
He gets his whole arm into the stroke.
Hey, it's pocketing that ball on the side, so that extra juice he's throwing on it seems like it's working for him.
Well, here's a little tester. I don't think this is the toughest shot, but he wanted this shot. He set up for this shot.
Yep.
He's just going to pull it on back downtown there.
Just draw it a foot or so.
I actually think he's going to pull it back to where he's in between the 5 and the 8.
Going to give it a couple feet of draw here.
Oh, yeah, he'd like to be almost in the same place where he's at.
Yeah, I
Little
see a lot of
touchy.
rattling with this shot, trying to throw too much English on this. He played that real nice.
Nice
He
and
may
smooth.
be short, but
If he's short, I'd be expecting him to. Yep, he's Let me see the look on it. Well, let's see what he's doing.
Yeah, he didn't want to throw too much juice in that and rattle it, but he didn't. He didn't put enough oomph in it.
He's looking like he's playing safe here.
Oh, he could make it.
Oh, you could see it. He got me, folks.
Yeah. Oh, we normally have that second camera angle over the table. We weren't able to do that this time, so we'll have to rely on the single overhead.
Now, about 2 weeks ago, I think Jason put on Facebook that he had had achieved the rank of number 7.
Nice.
Pretty darn sporty.
Yep.
WPA ranking.
Yep. You got to play every event. You got to go all over the place.
Well, I didn't verify it. I could be wrong. I don't want to say that that's where he's at, but he got a lot of congratulations, good job, kid, attaboys. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think he's playing all that good. And this is the Jason that I've seen playing at the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
and
me
all
too.
over. He has a clean slate now, and I think this point here, he just sent a message to Ruben.
All right. Tied up. He's got Ruben iced in his chair. He's been in his chair for about 20 minutes now, 25 minutes.
Oh, no, I'd say
he had a
it's
couple
about
shots.
15. It's about 15. Couple of racks, it's been all max. Now, he did scratch, that's how he left the table. No, right there.
Oh, Earl's in the house. All of a sudden, there's 100 more people in the room, all surrounding his table. I don't think he's going to play the same move he played at Super Billiards Expo at Body's tournament.
Well, first off, I think he's already learned his lesson in that department now.
Uh-huh.
And secondly, I think that, the speech that Body gave at the beginning of this tournament kind of, went straight home for folks like Earl.
It was meant for Earl, I think.
I don't want to say that, but boy,
Yeah.
could have been called the Earl Strickland rule, sure.
Rules.
For those of you that might not know what we're referring to, is it's more of a two-strike rule here at the Ultimate 10 Ball. Basically, if a player gets out of line, acts unsportsmanlike, raises a ruckus, does whatever, gets angry, swats, a ball with his cue or whatever, he loses a game. The second time he does it, he's out of the tournament
Wow.
and forfeits all of his monies won until that point.
Really?
Yeah. So you could be in the finals and you just swat a ball. All right, you lose a game. Swat it again.
You lost. Wow.
When the referee arrives, if you don't have your opponent, let the referee know to put on the clock.
Yeah, and Earl had gotten ejected from the Super Billiards Expo for arguing and carrying on.
Thanks.
Little powwow going on down on the other side. A rather large referee hanging out with Ralph Souquet and his opponent, whom I cannot see. I don't recognize him.
I don't recognize him either. But whoever he is, he's in for He's in for a real match because you want to play the guy who could probably win this tournament hands down. It's going to be Ralph Sakay.
I have some predictions here that I want to go through. Is you got some players like Niels, Torsten, and Ralph who take particular care of their bodies. And in a tournament where you have 3 playing days that might be extremely long, start early and late, it's going to come down to how good a shape you are. It's going to play a factor. I'm not saying it's going to be the most, determining factor, or it's even going to be the only factor. Obviously, there's still the quality of play and the skill involved by the player. But at the same time, I'm just saying, whether you're running every day, working out 4 times a week, that's going to come into play at some point.
Yeah, well, look at players like Mika, works out every day, runs. Players like Earl runs every day. It's a sport. But on the other hand, we've seen players that eat 2 Philly cheesesteaks a day and weigh 500 pounds that are in the finals too. So, but yeah, your point is very well. That health is important.
I do not think that you're going to find a person in the finals over the weight of 250 pounds in this event.
No.
I'll just go straight out and I'll just call it from here.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Ralph didn't win this event. Just seeing how thorough he is.
A lot of the players are starting to, realize the importance. For instance, we were, at breakfast the other morning with Ralph, and Ralph had mentioned, just the fact that he might have a beer, but it's at the end of the event.
Yep.
And that's just shows you how disciplined and how smart he is.
Yep.
I mean, they have a happy hour here, or I guess would be a manager's reception, where if Ralph wanted a free beer, he could go get a free beer. And I'm going to guarantee you that he doesn't have a beer until he's out of the event. And that's just discipline right there.
That is. He said he's been traveling for 5 weeks straight. He was home for 1 day, I think he said. That's a grueling schedule.
He is a true professional.
Yeah, he's as professional as it gets. Back at the ranch. Jason is up at the table with a pretty natural shot on this 7 ball here. He's going to roll right into it. Nice, he cleared the 9. He's going to have a full radius of the ball to hit anywhere he wants to. I'm guessing he probably just draws it back 2 inches to the left.
Yeah, I think he's just going to, he's going to cinch it. He's not going to really do too much with it.
Or he went to the rail and then back out. That probably is the smarter move.
Yeah.
But he got a little steep.
If it starts going that way and you think that you have to hit it too soft, you might as well just let your stroke out. And it can be an inch, a difference in your cue ball placement of an inch that can make you change your mind about that.
All right, Jason takes the first lead, his first lead in the match at 5-4.
It's really tough. I think the hardest thing to do is to get a lead after you've been down. Getting a lead after you've been down is unbelievably hard. Most people don't realize it. Most people see the finish line as catching up with the guy. Actually, it's that old run through 10 yards past the finish line thing. What he just did takes a lot of experience to know that he still has to win the set. He's not trying to get back into the set. He's still trying to win it. And good for him. Yep. And, like I said, I really like seeing this side of a player is when, he gets out there and he throws some, balls into the rail and, he's just trying to overcome everything.
Well, he's sitting over there in a very relaxed.
Yeah, he definitely wants to, keep in control here. He got control of the table. He earned it.
Yep, he sure did.
It wasn't some big safety battle or anything. It was, one or two mistakes from Bautista, and that's it. He gets the hammer laid down on him.
Well, let's see what he does with this cue ball here. He's been trying to stop it in the center of the table. Right in the side. He got the ball he wanted, but that just got a little bit funny. Our new stat update is Jason Klatt's at 811 and Ruben Bautista's at 843. That's the ProPool.com stats. Want you to go to InsidePoolMag.com. Check out our online magazine. Please support Inside Pool.
And if you're looking for the tournament brackets, you can find them over at Inside Pool. I'm sure that they're going to be posting them on the Ultimate 10 Ball websites shortly.
Yep. That's InsidePoolMag.com. And Ultimate10Ball.com has a lot of other information about this event.
Well, they've got live scoring stats. Both streams we're here in conjunction with Pool Action TV. It's Ray Hansen. And we're both putting on HD production of this. That was uncharacteristic. And right now, Bautista is just sick.
Yeah, well, I notice he really stands up off his shots. He really does. And that can add up so fast. And missing balls.
I think he's going to want to go all the way to the bottom rail on this one, but he might just stay above it. Yeah. He's getting all the way down there. That's a smart play. Now, this ball can get away from a lot of people. That's the only unfortunate part. Nice touch.
Definitely. Well, for all the Jason Klatt fans out there, this should be a pretty good rack here. Look at that nicely played shot. That was nice. I like how that just deadened up off the rails with the spin. Yep, this guy's in the zone. He's ready.
Well, they know that they shouldn't put his name on the trophy yet, but at least they're breathing a little easier right now.
Absolutely. He left himself the whole ball to hit by putting it in front of that pocket there. Looks pretty straight in. What's the secret of the straight in shot? Center ball or forward roll? I know it always, man, I rattle more straight in balls than anything.
Though,
I don't know why.
if you're looking for accuracy, I always would lock my shoulder on a straight-in shot
Oh,
and only bend. I'd be conscious to bend only at my elbow on a straight-in shot. And I wouldn't overpower the shot, but I certainly wouldn't just let it roll off my, the most consistent stroke you can have is one that you power into slightly.
gotcha.
And, really you're just trying to make a light stop shot.
Right. Just kind of a happy medium.
Yep. And if it goes forward a hair, that's fine. If it goes back a hair, that's fine. What you're looking to do is to make a clean hit. That tip has to hit exactly where you want it to on the cue ball.
Yeah, because any deviation, the ball goes off.
Right.
Squirts off.
Right. It is a very easy shot to miss.
Yeah. I missed quite a few straight-in shots in my time. All right, we're at Jason's at 833, Ruben's at 793 for Mr. Hoffman. Well, we're back to a full room of people. I've seen
For
some
those
other-
of you that are just joining us,
Yep.
you're watching the Ultimate 10 Ball Championships. This production is being brought to you by Inside Pool. You're watching Ruben Bautista breaking with a score of 6-4 in favor of Jason Klatt. I'm joined in the booth by Alvin Nelson. I'm J.R. Calvert. We're both with Inside Pool Magazine.
Yep, #1 billiards magazine out there. And we also do video streaming, obviously.
We'll just say we're pretty good. How's that? We don't have to beat our chest too much. Nah. We appreciate.
Nice, clear pictures from the audience.
Yep.
We got a lot of fans in the room. It's always nice to have your work appreciated.
Absolutely. Seeing some great players here. Saw C.J. Wiley, I believe.
Yeah,
Great player.
yeah, great player. We visited last night.
Oh, you got to hang out with him a little bit?
Yeah, came around.
Yeah, he's more from your school, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same era.
Uh,
Actually, CJ's over there playing right now.
I
can't
thought I
see
saw
who
him
he's
somewhere.
playing. The fella he's playing doesn't have a name card that I can see.
uh,
But
yeah, I haven't seen him. I maybe have only seen him maybe one time in 10 years of going to tournaments.
he's been showing up at the Open a few times. CJ, he likes to live life. He'll be mountain biking or going surfing or doing something, and
Yeah.
he stays active, stays in
good.
good shape, keeps himself in good shape. Hits balls every now and then.
Okay.
From what he says, doesn't go crazy with it, but plays.
He was like #1 or 2 player, wasn't he, at a point?
He
Now
was
he-
in the top 5
Yeah.
for a good number of years.
Yeah.
And just always was a threat. He was looking for that big win, and it never really did come. And that was just CJ's style, though. It didn't really have to come. He wanted it
Right.
to come, but it didn't mean the end of the world to
Yeah.
him because he had so many other things in his life going on.
Sure.
I think had he not had so many opportunities,
Right.
a guy with his talent, he would have, definitely secured a world championship. But if memory serves me well, I don't think he actually has a world championship title. So
I know he's a heck of a good shot maker from the different little clips I've seen. And
he has a videotape out.
yeah.
Might have 2 out by now.
Yeah, we almost took it on the plane with us. Like you said, I don't think I need C.J. Wiley's DVD on the trip to took that out of your bag, but who
Guilty
knows?
as
You
charged.
may have needed it while you were here to give you some confidence or something. You never know. All right. While we're digressing, Mr. Klatt and his 24-inch bridge here is taking care of business. It's a pretty new thing. I noticed watching the older videos from Starchers and stuff like that. The players had a real short bridge, 4 or 5 inches at the most. They just pop shots around. I think Nick Marner still has a short stroke.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
He still gets that stick out there every now and then.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But they have that straight pull, stroke and poke it.
Yeah. I see. Now it's not uncommon to see him cueing all the way to the joint.
And
Alex Pagulayan.
Jason pockets these next two balls, he will have done the improbable and got the hill first after being down 4-1.
Nice.
Winning 6 games in a row.
Very nice.
So if those of you young guys out there,
there it is.
Keep thinking of what he could have been thinking when he was in his position when he was 4-1.
Yep.
Took that break.
Yep.
Composed himself, told himself what his powers were, what he
Yep.
could do, how he could do it. And he came back and he did it.
He's basically taking this match.
And I just got to say that it was, a collaboration. Bautista did make a few unforced errors after that. Mm-hmm. Not to say that one of them I think he thought he could have got away with, and the other one I think he was just starting to feel the heat. So, and that's all it takes. A match to swing to where you think you've got it in the bag, or just a couple of more wins and it's in the bag for you, and to a point where now you feel that you're not going to even have a chance to win. And I think that's where Bautista's last miss came from.
That's it. Very interesting way to look at it, for sure. Okay, our other match going on across the way as a young man's name is Gray, and yeah. So now we're at Ruben Bautista is at 793 and Jason Klatt is at 855. Over on the other table, Ralph Souquet is playing at 800. We'll go take a look at this. There's old Mr. Souquet about to break, and Jason's going to break on our table here. Let's see what he does this time. See if the ball... He's going to make the second ball in the side pocket. Now, what happens with the cue ball? That's anybody's guess. I guess he stops the rock right in the center of the table.
He's feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of movement here.
Breaking on the hill.
I think he's a little bit looser on this one. I think we're going to see a nice tight break.
He jammed it right in the pocket again. Other side this time.
Yep.
He may be overcompensated.
That's exactly what he did. He did overcompensate. And that happens. You see a guy with that stroke where nothing's in line on the break.
Yeah.
He's compensating. It's because your arms don't just move straight up and down. They come across your body.
Yeah.
A lot of guys will compensate for that. And until they get their timing right that day, they can compensate, break 3 times in a row and not hit the same place 3 times, or once. Twice, I guess, is the way to say it. But he just overcompensated, and that's all right. I mean, he's more concerned right now getting those points. He's kept his focus there. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but he could have let Bautista into the game here.
Yeah, that's a bad mistake because he's at 4, so he's at 5.
Well, the great players, what they start to do when they sit in a chair that long, too, is they start to deal with the fact that it's just another game. Mm-hmm. And they just start getting those points.
Yep. He rolled a little bit far here, but maybe not.
I think he has room the way he's getting down so quick.
Oh. All right, well, let's see if Jason gets the shape he needs here to finish this one up. It looks like he's going to get a shot. He's got a weird combo, or he can take the 2 up in the corner, or he can play safe.
He's looking to see if it has room.
He may go by.
He's shooting it like it has room.
Yeah, he's queuing up real nice at this. Yeah, there. Okay. I'm glad he didn't have to deal with a combo.
Now he's looking to see if that 5 goes past the 10. That's the real trouble here.
Yep.
He knows he's got the 3-4, of course. He just wants to know where he's putting his 5. Now, the 5 goes up in the corner where he's probably the upper right-hand corner of your screen.
Yep.
Here. He could probably do that. But I don't think he's going to, settle for that. I think he wants something a little bit more clever.
Right. Yeah, because he's got to get a real funny shot off the 4 ball to get where you're talking about. Keeps both legs straight on his stance. I like that. That's how Mike Siegel plays.
Mike Siegel and Jim Rempe locked both legs.
Yeah, I haven't seen
It
Jim
did
Rempe
go.
in a long time.
That's good. It did go.
Mm-hmm. He's a great commentator, that Jim Rempe.
He traveled around with him a little bit and did exhibitions, and a real nice guy.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Good dude.
Yeah, good dude.
Well, this is going to be it, JR.
I think he's going to pull off the improbable. Down 4-1, and he shuts his guy down.
Best match of the tournament so far. I'm glad we picked this guy to watch. Good job, Jason. I think we're going to wrap it up. As long as he makes this ball, which I don't see him
That's
not.
no problem. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. You just witnessed Jason Klatt defeat Ruben Bautista 8-4. This was the Ultimate 10-Ball Championships. We're here at the Embassy Suites in Frisco, Texas.
Yep.
Tune in shortly. We'll have another match heading your way.
Later.